Hello and welcome to Whisky Resource. My name is Mark. This is review number 52 and today I'm going to be doing a review of a dram that has been sent to me by the Twitter handle at Whisky Johnny. This is one of a number of different drams that he sent me that we'll be reviewing over the coming weeks. This one is dinner plain bottle. As you can sample, I have already tried it. It is Bain's Cape Mountain single grain whiskey from South Africa. It is owned by the Distell Group, which own Toby Maury and Deanston, amongst other international brands of spirits and wines and such like. So it's a single grain whiskey from South Africa. It is matured for 3 years in ex-bourbon casks before it is transferred into fresh casks for a further 2-year maturation. So it's matured for about 5 years in South Africa. We believe it has added colour, and we know that it has been chill filtered. In terms of average retail price, you can pick up a bottle for about £27.95. However, this is one whisky that typically will be reduced in price quite often. It sits at reduced price more than it sits at its £27.95 price. I think it was recently on offer on Amazon for about £22. So for a value score, it gets 83.5. So this is the second grain whiskey that I've reviewed, the first being the Hague Club. So how does this compare? Well, we're about to find out. As I say, I have already had some of this previously, so on the nose what we're getting. Well, it's fruity, tropical fruits, and there is that distinct grain nose coming through there, which is sweet, a sweet, almost musty grain. It's alcohol. You get that alcohol nose on as well, which is unmistaken, really. It comes across as something that's quite young, when actually grain whiskies aren't necessarily always going to be young. They tend to be cheaper than malts, however. But this does come across a little bit young, a little immature, but it's fruity. You're getting vanilla, a bit of spice. There's a bit of like a prickly pepper spice going on the nose. A tiny bit of creaminess maybe, but on the palate. Now on the palate, the grain doesn't really show up particularly prominently. It comes across like a vanilla cream. It is quite creamy, oily. There's a bit of coconut going on there, and the fruits are revealing themselves through pineapple. Now, when I first tried this, it was part of an online whiskey tasting with the New Dram Drinker crew. And one of the things I pointed out when we were going around asking people's thoughts is I said that it was too much like a Malibu with pineapple juice, which isn't a bad thing, but it kind of dominates for me on the flavour. It is a very creamy pineapple with that coconut. There's not much heat. The texture is, it's 50-50 oily, watery. Not too viscous. The water dominates more. The alcohol is not really present at all. Gives you a little bit of a tingle on the tongue, but not too noticeable. And You get a bit of bitterness. The spice shows up for a little bit, but it's not particularly dominant. It is an easy sip at this one. It's not unpleasant. It's too easy to drink, if I'm going to be honest. It's something that you could probably drink as easily as you would a glass of wine. It's that friendly, which I say it's not a bad thing, except for you're going to forget that you're drinking a 40% alcohol whiskey. It's quite approachable. It's caused me problems, this one, because it is tasty, but I wouldn't want to buy a bottle. There's something, I don't know if unnerving is the word I want to use about it. It could lead me down the wrong path. I'll say it's very misguided, and the fact that it does look like a white wine in colour. It tastes like a cocktail in a Malibu and pineapple juice. It doesn't really have much alcohol burn. There's not much else going on with it. The nose is the only thing that kind of brings you back to the fact that this is a high strength spirit. So I'm going to score 83. I wouldn't buy it, but it's something that I think people really should try, simply because it is a grain whiskey, and you don't really have many just grain whiskies about. There are plenty of distilleries that make grain whiskey, but they tend to be put into blends, and they tend to be the dominant note within blends. Certainly the likes of Johnny Walker, Famous Grouse particularly come to mind. So that's it. Thank you very much to Whisky Johnny for sending me this sample, and it's an 83 for me. Cheers.